And the Ultimate Form here, back again once again, with the next episode, episode 38 of our Let's Play of Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth. In the last episode, we ventured to Kowloon level 4, disabled the flow of the digital wave power to Examon, ran into Suedo on the way, and got into a little fight with the Royal Knight Craniumon. In this episode, we are going to fulfill a prerequisite quest for chapter 17, and we'll see where it goes from there. If you liked what you see here today, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share with your family and your friends, and let's get started. Actually, before I do that, let's have a quick party recap because things have changed a little bit. I did some grinding between episodes, seeing as we unlocked Kowloon level 5. I have a new area to train, and with the help of my gold Numamon and Platinum Sukamon, we grinded some money and some EXP, and there's a few other surprises as well. Having said that, we got first up Justimon at level 53, our vaccine type light attribute mega level Digimon. We've got Hercules Carbuteriumon, our vaccine plant attribute mega. Darkdramon, who is at also 53, virus electric attribute. You know he's a virus type. We got Ravemon here, who is currently standing in for All Force Veedramon, for when we can get All Force Veedramon. This used to be Aero Veedramon. Level 34, vaccine wind attribute. We got Metal Garurumon, who is a data type water attribute mega. He digivolved from our Chirinmon, so I just have to make sure I remember to digivolve him back into Chirinmon so we can get Contourismon. Strange enough, he changed from a vaccine type to a data type, but that's okay, I guess. Metal Garurumon has two special moves, Ice Wolf Claw and Garuru Tomahawk. Ice Wolf Claw is two hits physical water damage to all foes, whereas Garuru Tomahawk is physical single target damage for 140 neutral that always hits. His special support skill is Feral Pulse, which is it boosts the team speed by 15%. We got our boy Saberleomon, our 53 data wind attribute. We have the glorious return, well for me at least, of Gaiomon, our virus fire attribute mega, with his special move Will-O-Wisp Slash, which is two physical attacks for 65 fire damage on one foe, with his special ability Backwater Camp, which increases damage given by 20%, but also increases damage received by 20%. He is going to be like the really risky one that we put into battles, so hopefully we won't have to too often. Next up is Black War Greymon, our virus fire attribute mega, who has Dark Terror Force and Dark Tornado, which is a Dark Terror Force is 100 dark damage with the 30% chance of increasing defense by 20%, and Dark Tornado is a defense penetrating attack with double dark damage. Again, it's not specified how much that dark damage is, but we will see what it is. His special ability is Dragon's Wrath. Side note here, both variations of War Greymon and Metal Garurumon have two special moves. This also is combined with the fact that Omnimon, or Omnimon Zort, who is in this game, which I didn't remember he was in this game, also has two special moves in the form of the Supreme Cannon and Transcended Sword. And last but not least, we got Little Pubimon, who I digivolved from, I can't remember who, but I digivolved them all the way back from their Mega form all the way down to their training form, because, oops, look at that ability stat, 55. Now I can pick a path to take this little guy on and see where his stats are as a personal experiment for myself. So that's the team right now. We got 3 vaccine, 2 data, 2 virus. That took a little bit longer because I had to explain some stuff. Anyhow, we are going to do Nakano's Legendary Busters, which is a mission from Kyoko, which provides us with another farm expansion plugin. Let's go. It's the Occult Club again. Hi. Hey there, mate. You're early today. Of course. When we heard that you had something intriguing to share with the club, how could we not rush over? May, calm down. You sound a little overeager. Sorry, Detective. She's just a little worked up. It's May for you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I see, it's all the same gang from our Shibuya Hirosuka experiment earlier as well. Hehe. Color me surprised to see you all still part of the Occult Club. Takes guts to stay around after what happened in Shibuya. Haha. That's all on May. After that experiment, she really started devoting herself to running the club. She's practically on fire. Yep, I owe it all to you now. And you know there's really strange mysteries like what's lurking around in the world. Just don't say I didn't warn you when you get caught up in something serious one of these days. Oh, I'm doing this research precisely to prevent that from happening. You have to know that you're up against what you're up against to survive. Everyone knows that. Anyway, I'm sorry to call you all here. I know if you were busy when you were also busy. No, it's perfectly fine, I promise. When we hear the occult is afoot somewhere, we can't help but come running as fast as we can. That's our job as the Inoden Occult Research Club. Well, I appreciate your vigor. Still, that being said, Tokyo has more than its fair share of occult phenomenon going on these days. So why bother coming over? Why bother coming over to our neck of the woods? Well, when you put it that way, isn't it obvious? Nakano's leagues apart from anything else that you could call the occult mecca around here. Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself, Kenji. That's why I'd hope that that's just what I would hope out of the Vice President. Ah, May. Yes, Kenji. You're not exactly doing us any favors getting her all hyped up even more, you know. Well, what I said is still true. All sorts of weird, unusual things go down here in Nakano. I mean, there's the bleeding mural that's said to have blood gushing out of the mouths and eyes in the lobby on the first floor, for starters. Then there's a skeleton pool home to the pile of abandoned corpses that turn to bones every night. Rumours also has it that late at night there are people clad in white flying over the roof while holding a hidden sabbat. And then you've got the mysterious fish rains that have poured down over Nakano for ages, foretelling imminent misfortune. All of those things remain unsolved, so naturally... Funny you should mention those specifically, because I actually solved them all already. What? You did? You already solved them? What's this already talk? This is my home base, and as a detective, if you tell me something's weird is up, of course I'm going to look around. That's all long in the past. Why the long face? I didn't say these cases wouldn't be up your alley. As for reward this time, how about I give you my file on the so-called supernatural cases I've worked on? Oh, then of course, we'll do it. Tell us more. That's the spirit. I finally intend to make use of your club's unique expertise in today's case. As we've already discussed, Tokyo has become a real hotbed of supernatural, and it goes without saying that Nakano is no exception. The reports and complaints I've been getting from other tenants don't look to letting up anytime soon. But even with my assistants on board, there are too many for us to handle by ourselves. There are essentially 4 different odd phenomena going around here, and I want you guys to solve with your passion and young sensibilities. 4 oddities. Okay, go on. First, I want you to figure out what's behind the 3-legged Matthew, who wanders these parts in search of something. Then I want you to look into the Kata, who roams the floors of Nakano Broadway. After that, go and look for the Reaper elevator, which ascends from the basement to the 4th floor at 2 AM. And last, but certainly not least, I want you to find out about Master Tip Tap, a spirit. Oh, these all sound great. These are going to be lots of fun to work on. I've given these legends their names based on the eyewitness accounts I've heard. Now that's on you guys to solve Nakano's urban legends, alright? What do you say? Will you go for it? Okay, this is excellent. We can wait to get started. Everyone is heading to the K-Caf to formulate plans on the double. May, wait up. These 2 can't contain themselves. Well, we better indulge them and head on over. Not like we have much choice. And for me, boss? Don't think you can get out of it so easy now. You're joining up with them too. Dang it! This might be a bit awkward to ask, but I've noticed your assistant kinda just zones out sometimes. Is everything alright? It's nothing too severe right now, but I can tell things are starting to get unstable with Lan's body. Control over data is slipping. Really? Lan seems to have even forgotten what happened there. Something happened that I don't remember? Now that we're all into the night, our time has finally come to spring into action. Since we're here, might as well start on the 1st floor. We're going through every floor and checking whether these strange things are actually taking place, right? Since the report of 3-legged Matthew seems to centre on this floor, we'll start with that now and go from there. Alright, then let's go. Get to work. So I have a feeling this is not going to be a Digimon-centric episode. Figure out about 3-legged Matthew's backstory. So get this, 30 years ago there was this popular Anita doll whose clothes you could swap out. Matthew was another doll who was her ex-boyfriend. Originally he was described being her fiance, but another male doll showed up later on. Lance, hey, it's not me. A diplomat, became popular. At some point Lance and Anita got hitched and Matthew was relegated to the ex-boyfriend position. Turns out there's an epilogue of sorts to Matthew's story. After he lost Anita to Lance, Matthew went insane and attacked Lance, chopping up his body and sending the pieces to Anita. But things didn't go entirely according to plan, and when he tried to send the final piece to her, a single leg. Because, as it turned out, Anita was putting Lance's body back together using forbidden dark magic. What Matthew did in response was attach the final leg to his own leg, ostensibly in an effort to ensure Lance could never be revived. Ever since, he apparently has been walking around with much difficulty on 3 legs, roaming about here and there, forever searching for the memories of the good old days he and Anita once had. You know, I think Makana and Kenji make a cute pair, don't you? But don't tell them I said that, okay? Is that all you had to say? Nakano Broadway at night feels so real creepy. I mean, during the day there are some floors I don't like visiting, but this is something else. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Alright then, to the 2nd floor. Now turn to the attention to the Kata. Well, time's a wasting. Here we go. From what I can tell, the katakata derives from a famous teke legend. Teke is an appreciation who lost her is an apparition who lost her feet in a train accident. She travelled up to 150 kph with just her arm, laughing as she pursues people. Katakata is therefore an alternate form of the teke, came to adopt after many years. The name teke supposedly comes from the sound she makes when she moves with her arms. So where does katakata come from? Interesting question. I don't think anybody up against a spirit that could go 150 kph would have any hope of escaping. If you bump into it, it's game over. It's a fraidy cat, but still loves it when Kenji talks about the cult stories all passionately and stuff. Fine, nothing to report here either. Third floor, let's go. Oh, well, we can run into... What do we run into up here, I wonder? Only one way to find out. Let's split up and we can to work. And let's... I cannot read. Let's split up and get to work, everyone. Woo, I hate when it does that. Hey, I think I figured out why she's called the katakata. Katakata originally lost her leg after falling into a train in Hokkaido. So maybe her name comes from the sound of her teeth makes when chattering. If you happen to meet Katakata, she'll ask, "Need your legs?" If you don't give her the right response, she'll run off with yours. What's the right response? It's, "I'm using them right now." She's surprisingly cooperative, it turns out. Interesting. You seem totally bored, Lily. You're just spouting weird stuff now. Hey, Marka. How are things going with you and Kenji? How far have you two progressed? Tell me. What better time to talk about love than the middle of the night? Isn't there anything special happening tonight? We've got one more floor to go. Surely there's something to find out on the fourth floor. Fourth floor elevator. Alright. Here comes the Reaper elevator. Make thyself known before us. It's past 2 AM now. Why isn't anything showing up? I called out to it and everything. There's no sign of it appearing at all. This sucks. I hate it. I don't want to see the Grim Reaper. I just want to see the Grim Reaper at least once in my lifetime. Is that so much to ask? May, it's okay. There's still hope. Just keep it together. Wow, I never took her to be the type to throw a tantrum when things go poorly. May, we're getting worried about you. Why don't we take a little break at the K-Caf? When we meet up earlier yesterday afternoon, the owner said that it would be fine for us to use as a break room. It shouldn't be locked. She's not going to listen to reason. I'm in favour of it. I'm beat. I could use a rest after all that investigating. We can't. There's still Kotsu to check. We have to check everything again, top to bottom. There has to be something here, I just know it. Alright, we get it. Let's just go inside the K-Caf for a bit, so we can reassess the situation. Sound good to you? There's nothing here. No ghosts, no spirits, nothing. Nothing. Oh, cheer up. Since when does the good stuff ever happen on the first day you do this sort of work? I just want to see Matthew, Katakata, the Reaper elevator, and Master Tip Tap. It's okay, May. Really. I'm sure something will come along soon. Really? You sure? What's wrong? Didn't you hear it? You're right. Is that the elevator? Maybe it's Coco. But she's not the only resident here. Who could it be? Wait. Maybe it's a cop. What's that? That sound just now. Did the elevator just arrive on this floor? It must have. It's the Reaper elevator. It came. I knew it was real all along. Oh god. That sound. That's Mr. Tip Tap. But now it sounds different. Don't tell me it's... Wait, was that somebody's voice? What? What? What's going on? What are you kids doing here? We could ask you the same question. Why are you here so late? Late, Missy? It's morning already. I always come here to relax around this time. But it's not even 4 yet. Well, actually, it makes sense. My grandpa tends to be up really early too. I get it now. That's why the K-Cafe owner has this place unlocked, so this guy can use it. Hey Lan, what's wrong? Wait, am I seeing what I think I am? Is that a third leg? And what are you blathering about? Those dentures, they're making the chattering noise because they're misaligned. And you also came from the elevator, which makes you the Reaper. Why are you calling me the Reaper? And that tapping sound must be coming from... No. You mean to tell me this old guy's the one behind the local urban legend here? You have to be kidding. Oh. Main's mournful cries could be heard all throughout the building that night. So it looks like you guys came through and solved all the mysteries. I couldn't have asked for a better end result than what you found. That's what's so good about it. It's all just that old guy taking early morning walks. Perhaps, but as they say, truth is stranger than fiction. Get real here. Who could have ever seen any of this coming? Let me ask you something. While you were out running around solving mysteries, what were you picturing inside of your head? Did you see things in pitch dark? Did you hear things in deafening silence? Personally, in my opinion, I'd say such strong human imagination is key to engaging in supernatural research. I feel like I kind of get it, but don't at the same time. Those are just my own thoughts on the matter. Don't read too deeply into them. Hopefully, having reached the conclusion of what you guys have, is giving you some things to think about individually. But now, as promised, I believe I have my files hand over as your raw. Those won't be necessary. We'll solve those other mysteries ourselves through our own effort. Our own effort and our boundless passion and imagination. Oh, that's a fantastic attitude to have. Wow, Kenji, that's actually the kind of cool of you to say that. Perhaps I was out of line then. If you insist that much, then I won't worry about it. Oh, we still gladly take them off your hands, detective. What are you saying, May? Have you been paying attention to what's going on? So, do you mean to tell me that you are not even a little interested in what's inside those files? Well, maybe just a little. If you aren't, then I'll go ahead and read them by myself. Hey, that's not fair. Me, man. And here I was thinking I was acting cool for once too. Ah, Kenji, you did great. Don't let this get you down. Just try harder next time. Well, I'm gonna take off now. Catch you two later. Looks like it was just the two of us again, man. I didn't expect them to run off with only one of my files. Either way, we can now report back to the other tenants that the issues have been taken care of. Hopefully that will improve our standing a little. Those occult club kids are something though. They're growing up so fast. Maybe one of these days they'll start to be friendly rivals of ours. That'd be fun, right? What makes me drag my old bones out every morning, I wonder? This place feels really nostalgic for some reason. I can't quite pinpoint the reason why. What the? Miko? Well, that was a nice little distraction. It's always interesting how mysteries often lead and tie into one another, but I digress. Great work as always. So what's the next hint? It's not going to affect Examon for a while. Be productive to take on some cases. Haven't seen Pete in a while. I doubt he's left knocking on Broadway. But something else troubling him. But something's been troubling him. Go find him. But where to find him? Therein lies the question. Well, from that last cutscene, we know that Pete likes to hang around in the K-Caf, which is kind of the place where we found him, because that's how we access the building's heating from the K-Caf. Well, I didn't press the right spot, did I? Well, it looks like he's not here. So it might actually be helpful for us just to have a mill about, just to see where he may have ended up. Just to see where he may have ended up. He's kind of gone far. Oh, there he is. Hi, Pete. Oh, it's you, huh? Do you know what I am? Because I don't. I don't feel anything at all. Not a thing. Boss, you have a problem. What happened? What? Pete disappeared just in front of you? Just come back here for now. A new case just came in. A cause for concern. It could be related to what you just witnessed. Ghost Cat Building. This one is by the old band that we just had in the last case. I've been looking for so long. My Miko, my poor cat. Please find Miko. For this quest, we get a memory up. We got like 3 memory ups in the last. Well, yeah. Got 2 in the last episode and 1 in this episode. This case comes from old man Mizushima. You might remember him as the one behind those 4 urban legends you recently investigated with the occult club members. It's well and truly a small world out there, even when it feels bigger than in every way. Anyway, he talked to us about tracking down his cat. Frankly, during these times like these, there's something to be said for a down-to-earth gig like this one. He said he'd be waiting in the K-Caf, although he didn't actually state when. I wouldn't hurt to go ahead and check out the caf. Don't feel like we're using our Digimon for this one either. I've got all these new Digimon and I can't use them. Now, having said that, I've kind of put myself in a disadvantage. It feels like it stopped. I wonder if it was an earthquake. As I was about to say, I feel like I put myself in a disadvantage because one of the other megas that I digivolved is also fire attribute, so... Welcome, grab a drink, have a seat and stay as long as you like. An earthquake? No, I didn't feel anything of the sort. So, the old man is not here right now. Alright. You originally met him there earlier in the morning, right? It might come back around the same time. See if he shows up. The next day, early morning. Let's head to the K-Caf. The old man should be hopefully there at this hour. It's you again. I've been waiting, you know. Yeah, I couldn't find you, bro. You stopped by yesterday afternoon, but you couldn't find me. It must have just been bad timing, kid. I've been waiting here forever for you. What's done is done. Let's just let bygones be bygones and start searching now. My Miko, you see, he's inside the wall there. Are you at the K-Caf right now? I'm picking up readings of really strong digital wave vibrations from the 4th floor. It's something huge current coursing through there. My money is on the old time capsule being the cause of them. What's that? An earthquake? No, I can't confirm it's definitely not. There's no movement here on the 1st floor. You're just sensing the intense digital... I don't want to know. It's better not knowing. Things are fine just the way they are now. It's better if they don't change. Please stop. Don't wake me up from this. It's Miko. No, I'm Pete. Whatever you are, Miko, just come back to me. No, I can't. That's too much to ask of me. I'm not... Please, Lan, leave me alone. Let things stay just as they are. Nabi. I'm sorry, Miko. I'm sorry. I did finally get through to you again. The vibration stopped for now, but the digital waves are still as intense as ever. There's something big brewing in there. As I suspected earlier, they're coming from the old vacuum tube computer inside the wall. The digital waves are gushing out of there from the old intranet lines that the computer is hooked up to. So much so, in fact, that they're forming a cybernetic ley line, a digital line of sorts. If they persist, it's only a matter of time before the effects are felt in the real world. Now you need to go inside the vacuum computer and do what you can do to stop it. I'm counting on you. Looks like I can use my Digimon. Yay! Time to bust some heads in. Please let me be. Don't wake me up from this dream. What's going on with Pete? Only one way to find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh no, never mind. I will not do that again. In this brief interlude, I want to show off a profile for a few of the Digimon that we've recently got. So I recently got Skull Marimon from Digivolving Ogremon, and his profile, a Digivolution of Marimon. Its body is surrounded by intense hot flames. Because of the heat of the flames, the more intense the Marimon. The licking flames have taken on a blue color. Both its attack and defense strength are improved, and with the intense destructive force of its flames, it is a tough Digimon. Fire Digimon are weak to water and ice. but in the face of its flames, water and ice just evaporate. Its special move, Heavy Metal Fire, which hits the enemy with flames from molten metal. So he's a new ultimate level Digimon that we have. Then I also have, I'll show Gaimon another time, Black War Greymon. This virus type War Greymon is feared as the Black Dragon Warrior and has totally different morals and faith from the War Greymon of the Virus Busters. It lives for its own justice, hating cowardice and sneaky acts. And it doesn't even consider itself one of the other vulgar virus Digimons. How it's converted into a virus, it is not known. The brave shield on its back is not engraved with the courageous symbol, with the courageous crest. Its special moves are similar to War Greymon's Terror Force, but it concentrates negative emotions. So, War Greymon appeared in... It was 02. For some reason I keep thinking it's Tamers. It might be Tamers, I don't know. No, it should be 02. Because they had that whole arc, and War Greymon was being used by Mummymon and what's her face? They both ended up being Digimon. Let's double check the Digimon Wiki, because Digimon Wiki knows everything. First anime appearance. Just need your first anime appearance. He has so many moves, Jesus. It doesn't have it on there. Doesn't have the anime stuff on there? That's weird. Oh yeah, it was 02. Yeah, I was right. I was right. Yeah, but at the end of the little War Greymon arc, because it was a couple episodes. It's quite a few episodes actually, now that I think about it. And he kept fighting the Tamers and fighting other people and then blowing up stuff, and then it got to the point where he destroyed one of the Dark Spires and then got axed real quick in a hasty fashion. I will not say no to a HP spray, considering how expensive they are. Jeez. Okay, I don't know where this path is going. Okay, naturally bends over. Okay, cool. Did I miss going down that path? No. So let's see. Oh, finally! Finally, Monzemon. So this is Monzemon, the big teddy bear Digimon. Monzemon is a champion level vaccine and neutral element, I believe. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get these guys in and out. Let's get our big dog and our big cat. Everything seems to have panic quest these days. Never mind, you're out there. You had one chance, Monzemon, and you failed. One thing I did not do is check this Puppymon's max level. Because unlike normal, where the max level normally goes up as you digivolve up, sometimes when you go back down, it doesn't increase, which is rather annoying. I mean, you can have some rookies that have like max 99, but some in training levels don't have it, for various reasons. So let's have a look at... Oh, I need to go change his moves around, because now I have things to play with. Let's use Ice Wolf Claw. Decent damage, I like it. Alright, element 3. Still didn't kill. Okay. Slap in the face. Booyah. So he learns Aura. Chain Blast, Aura, Saint's Knuckle. That can stay like that. That can stay like that. Let me quickly just take Pokemon's max level before I get sidetracked. 94! Okay, no, we're good. This is about to be like the densest in training Digimon ever. Like, he's going to be all types of dench. His stats are actually pretty decent now that I'm looking at them properly. Now that I'm looking at them properly, his stats are kind of dench. Is there something down here? Let's see. Yes, there is. Wind Guard. We probably will need that. I know that Wanyamon gets Wind Claw, so we might need that. I don't think any of my Digimon are actually weak against wind. Okay. That seems to come back over. Yes. Okay, this was the right way to go. Haven't encountered many Digimon here. That makes me a little nervous. Brave Point B. That will be useful. If I could get a Friendship DX, that would be nice too. More Monzemon, really? Man, let's have a look at Guru Tomahawk. Decent damage. I like it. Whoops, almost went the wrong way. Did the thing. Out my face. I thought grinding for some items. Okay. This is a very long path. Okay, this very long because it leads to the exit. Somewhere I don't want to go right now. I really need to start playing Persona 5 again. Where does this go? Okay, let me go up here first because I don't want to accidentally miss something. I have to go and pop some SP capsules now. This is about to be the densest Pokemon in existence. And we finally got some friendship. Lovely. Ask and he shall receive by the grace of God. Where does this go? Don't tell me this is like a shortcut I missed because I wasn't looking properly. Oh, it's a dead end. SP restraints. I don't see the point of restraint items. I don't generally have to restrain a Digimon's stats for any particular reason. Unless I'm missing something in terms of understanding how the stat parameter system works. But as far as I can tell, I am not. On a side note, I'm kind of glad it's not just the Dragon type Digimon who have nipple cannons and nipple missiles. This Metal Guru one literally shoots a Tomahawk missile out of his chest. Where does he get the munitions? Like, where did they come from? Does he, like, after he's gone into battle and like shot like an Ice Wolf Claw or two, like where does he go to restock his munitions? Like, someone suggest something in the comment section below. Where does Metal Garurumon get his munitions from? Okay. Why do you have to know who I really am? Yep, because I need to know. No response. Let's find Pete. I didn't expect to kind of end up in a digital space, and this is a new digital space you've never been in before. Okay, I'm gonna have to be very, very careful. Because navigation is the name of the game. I'll probably be able to come back here. Oh, he's up there. I will probably be able to come back here. Yeah, there's fragments. Oh, that's even better. Attack restraint. Okay. Again, don't really need these items. It's not much of a reason to have them, but we will see. So first on the docket is Angemon and Garurumon. Digimon we've met before, but you know what? We might as well go over again who these guys are. Angemon, well, he's dead now, so I'm not going to talk about him. So Garurumon is part of the Garurumon family. Notoriously, they are known to digivolve into things like Metal Garurumon. Also, in extended Digimon lore, the Garurumon family is related to a Digimon called Ancient Garurumon, who is the precursor to most mammal Digimon. And you get Ice Archery 3. Who could ask for more? But he still doesn't have a very high physical stat. I'll swap it out for Saint's Knuckle for the time being. A physical mon with a really high special stat. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 1. Construction plans for Nakano Broadway, hereby abbreviated to NB, were announced in 1959, ultimately taking 7 years to complete. The reason for the lengthy duration was due to the major issues opportunity manifested throughout the process. During land levelling, underground water leaked, resulting in the immediate halt to any and all work within the area. A large lake formed the site and left alone for a long time. Mysteriously, large fish appeared en masse, attracting fishermen. Records also indicate people bathed there in large numbers, and that a child at one point drowned in the lake. Today, something terrible happened. A strange Digimon appeared in the middle of my bed. It was cold in there, so cold in there. Even when I tried calling out for help, nobody came for me. But these two detectives eventually showed up, Kyoko and Lan. Lan asked me who I was, and I said I don't know. So Kyoko gave me a name. She decided to call me Pete because I'm some sort of a time capsule. Yep, Pete, that's my name. It made me so happy to have one. Names really are special things to have. Okay, so we're collecting data fragments on the history of Nakano Broadway, which I guess would be logged into the vacuum computer anyway. She did say it was a time capsule. Weak. Okay, let's head north. Need to really be careful which path they take, because I might not be able to loop around for a while. Damn, Saberleomon, chill out, bro. Do you need to slap him that hard in the face? Okay, that leads me to an area that I might not be able to come back from. There's Angemon and Lady Angemon. Sorry, Angewoman. And of course, because she's a level higher, she actually firms attack. Please don't do it. Okay, cool, she did aura. If she did her special move, I probably would have felt that pretty much. Okay, before we go that way, let's go this way. Let's go up here first. But I have a feeling, because this is elevated, it will lead us to an... See? See? I'm smart. Alternate path. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 2. No blueprints exists for NB. In 1961 saw the Japanese government commence a income doubling plan in order to re-energize the post-war economy. In tandem with unemployment policies, public work projects flooded the country, with major construction companies allotted huge budgets. Around 1962, one such project, the main route of the Shuto Expressway, was completed ahead of schedule. It was at that point the attention turned back towards NB. Idle labourers and resources were funneled to the area in central Tokyo, at which point work on the building commenced in earnest. It's likely there wasn't time to even think of preparing proper blueprints for NB at this stage. Yoshito really likes a girl named Fuyume Yuki. He always sits on my lap and tells me all about her. Everything is perfect about her, he says. Her singing, her dancing, her looks, everything. He says she's the one in a million among idols. I can't do anything of those things. I can't sing, and I can't dance. But what I can do is curl up and fall asleep on Yoshito's lap. I love doing that. I also love hearing Yoshito talk to me so happily. Okay, this is Wall Crack 4. Really? All these restraint items? What's going on here? Right, before the step. Okay, we got Antilamons down here. That's kind of okay. I don't mind that. Bunny blades! I'm going to assume it's Antilamon's special ability that allows it to regen health. I'm going to assume. I haven't actually looked at its special ability. Bye, Antilamon. It's fun while it lasted, bro. Okay, where does this lead? This is a lower path. Okay. Which comes from down here. Okay. That's one way to loop around. And this is the upper path. Escape gates. I'm gonna start stealing them because I don't need them. Lan-hikaru Broadway Construction Part 3. With no blueprints to draw upon, concrete was poured and rebar was erected, tailored to the land around the site. When construction was concluded 4 years later, the final building had 3 underground floors, as well as 10 floors above ground. East Asia's greatest commercial building was therefore constructed with little more than sheer willpower. However, as it came at the cost of some aspects of MB's integrity, the elevator, for instance, only connected the first 3 floors. Most of the underground floors had also gone unused in the ensuing years. Such quirks are a direct result of circumstances surrounding the building's inception. Yoshito told me that he and his son had been to a World's Fair once. He said that there was a line to see the moon rocks was really long, so long that it made them tired, and he said that his son still had a good time. People also called Yoshito Chief Mizushima. His full name is Yoshito Mizushima. Yoshito is a big, important man in the computer room, so he doesn't get to go out with his son much. He's glad they got to see the World's Fair. I wish I could have gone to see the World's Fair with Yoshito too, but he and I are always together in the computer room. So that's okay, I'm content. So we got another keyword. Let's do one final sweep of this place, because I have a feeling there's one more that I missed. May have missed. You will see. Let's go. Yeah. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on high security. Because I want to get out of this place quickly without having to use any of my items. Because I'm running out of funds. Just keep your eyes peeled. Make sure we didn't miss any. Pretty sure there's an upper level, yeah, there's an upper level I haven't been to yet. Need to figure out how to get there. Digimon, you're just asking to get wrecked. This should be the last one. Lan-hikaru Broadway Construction Part 4. In most cases, large commercial buildings are run by their owners, who control everything from PR to the tenants and internal bylaws. BW was the exception to the rule. From the very start, shops and residential spaces alike were sold price meal. People who bought their real estate inside the building were then free to utilize it however they pleased. Because of this, soon after MB's opening, shop owners and residents started remodeling work on their respective stores and apartments. In the end, this meant that the formal blueprints of MB weren't drafted until 8 years after the building was originally completed. Even in those early days, the building's layout had already become too unwieldy for anyone to fully grasp at that stage. Yoshito always has me sitting on his lap, patting my head all nice and gently. I love I love you, Yoshito. Yoshito always calls me Miko. Miko was a girl's name, but Yoshito gave it to me, so I love it. I think that's all of them. So so once we get to the entrance, we will have a quick review of this, because we should have at least 3 keywords. So if I look in keywords, we should have 3 keywords: Pete, Yoshito, and Miko. But still no Pete. I don't know where else we can look, because we've kind of been everywhere. But I think that will be a problem to solve in the next episode. If you like what you've seen here today, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, share with your family and your friends, ring that bell, and don't forget the little question we ended up having in this episode. Where do you think Metal Garurumon goes to resupply on his munitions? I've been your boy Lan the Ultimate Form, and I will catch you guys later.